In the heart of Babylon, King Nebuchadnezzar erected a towering statue of gold, demanding universal adoration. The king summoned his officials to the dedication of the statue and proclaimed that anyone who does not bow down and worship will be thrown into a blazing furnace. All the people obeyed, except three: Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Their disobedience was reported to the king. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were brought before the king and given one final chance to bow down or face the blazing furnace. But they stood firm, declaring that even if their God does not deliver them, they will not serve the king's gods or worship the golden statue. The unyielding faith of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the face of certain death was a powerful testament to their belief. Their refusal to compromise their faith, even under threat of death, speaks volumes about their unwavering commitment to their God. The story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego teaches us the value of steadfast faith. It reminds us of the importance of standing firm in our convictions, even when faced with the most daunting challenges. Faith is not just about believing in God, but also about living out that belief in our everyday lives. Despite being thrown into the fiery furnace, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were not harmed. Their faith in God protected them, and they emerged unscathed, their faith stronger than ever. This highlights the divine protection that comes with unwavering faith. In summary, the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego is a timeless lesson about the power of unwavering faith, divine protection, and the transformative impact of courageous belief. It transcends time and continues to inspire people across generations. No matter what we face, our faith can carry us through.
Can faith in the divine inspire such courage that even the threat of death becomes insignificant? Does trust in God provide an invisible shield, protecting those who believe even in the face of the most terrifying adversities? A vivid portrayal of such profound faith is found in the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, three Hebrew men living under the rule of King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon. When the king erected a golden statue and demanded that everyone bow down before it, these three men refused to compromise their faith. Their refusal was seen as an affront to the king's authority, and in his fury, he ordered them to be thrown into a blazing furnace. The furnace was heated 7 times hotter than usual, a heat so intense that it killed the soldiers who threw the three men in. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were cast into the furnace, fully dressed and bound. But instead of being consumed by the flames, they walked freely in the fire, untouched and unharmed. A fourth figure appeared in the furnace with them, a figure that King Nebuchadnezzar described as looking like a son of the gods. Witnessing this miraculous event, Nebuchadnezzar called them out of the furnace. When they emerged, not a hair on their heads was singed, their clothes were unharmed, and they didn't even smell of smoke. The king, awestruck by what he had witnessed, praised their God and acknowledged his power. The story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego is an extraordinary testament to the power of faith and the protective shield it can provide. These three men stood firm in their belief, refusing to compromise their faith, even when faced with certain death. Their story teaches us the importance of unwavering faith and trust in God. It demonstrates that those who remain faithful and do not bow to pressures, even in the face of extreme adversity, are safeguarded by their faith. Psalm 34, verse 7, echoes this sentiment, stating, "The angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him, and he delivers them." This divine protection is further emphasized in Psalm 91, verses 14 through 15, where God promises to deliver and honor those who love him. From Proverbs 30, verse 5, we learn that every word of God is pure. He is a shield to those who put their trust in him. These verses reinforce the message of the story, that trusting God and remaining faithful to him, even in the most challenging circumstances, brings divine protection and deliverance. So, the next time you find yourself in a challenging situation, remember the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Let their unwavering faith inspire you to trust in God's protection and deliverance, for he is a shield to those who put their trust in him.